I wish we had a big slap sound that I could say, Cassandra.
All right, hold on. We're going live on YouTube. All right, so we're live on YouTube, and I'm opening up the room. Recording in progress. Here come our attendees.
All right, people coming in.
Oh my gosh, your email header made me laugh so hard to me. You had con with the 4 A's.
Yeah. Yeah, I always try to think of what will get somebody to open it. So that was the best I could come up with today under pressure. So
I thought that was brilliant. I was proud of you.
All right, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So we're just waiting on the room to fill up. We'll have
people coming in.
I'm sure we've got some more panelists joining us in a minute. I know Bill, sounded like Bill was definitely going to be here. He never misses. So
I thought Adam sounded like he was coming too.
Yep.
Yay.
Unless the wind knocked his power out.
Yeah. Oh,
Studio Bridge knocked my power out.
Yeah.
I'm just like a dumb as a box of rocks today. After drawing, I've been drawing all day.
This is great. All right, we've got Bill here.
All right.
I'm gonna give it another half minute before we get this thing rolling.
Cool.
But if you're here to draw Star Trek, you're in the right place. So while we're waiting to get it started, though, I will say we got enrollment coming up for our mentorship program. So I'm sure we'll talk about that a bit tonight. But if you're interested in illustration or concept art, check out the website, because both of those start April 23rd. All right, I think it's time to go. Okay, it's another Thursday.
And we're ready. And am I sharing, Timmy?
You're sharing. It's taking a second to load. Let's see. Give it another try.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was weird.
The Zoom gods are.
Not it. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You just shared it a minute ago. You just shared it a second
I know.
ago. What's going on here?
You stole it from me. Let me try again.
One more time. And if not, we may have to add it.
If not, I may have to close it and reopen it.
Let's just do
Okay.
it.
Let me do that. Give me a second.
Yeah,
Sorry, everybody.
While you're doing that, though, everybody, if you're joining us for the first time, we're going to start drawing in a minute. John likes to share the images before, which I think is great. And tell us where you're tuning in from. And we just want to see where you're tuning in from.
How about now, Timmy?
Yep. Great.
All right. That was easy. All right. Hi, everybody. This is John. I'm in the room with Cassandra Loomis-Kim and Bill Cobb and Timmy Trabon. Tonight, we are drawing these two, well, more than these two guys, but we're drawing from the original series of Star Trek. Cassandra, you're the one who put this in my ear last week. And so I've been looking at pictures of Star Trek the last 2 days. And I've already boycotted. I'm not doing the first drawing. I'm going to talk a lot in the first drawing and look at other people's stuff, but I am not drawing William Shatner again. I drew him this morning and just took a nosedive. So
it was awesome. That's not true.
Yeah. Well, I battled all afternoon with things that were left over from this morning. So anyway, we're going to be doing 3 poses. First pose, that is just so perfect. That is the perfect pose for that.
I don't know. I drew him twice today already.
Yeah.
Don't leave me alone here, guys. Come on.
No, we're going to be doing stuff. So Captain James T. Kirk, William Shatner. Is it Nyota Nichols?
It's Uhura. It's Nichelle Nichols.
It's Nichelle. Okay. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm again. I said I'm very stupid today. I know it's Nichelle Nichols. I'm having troubles. Anyway, great photo. I mean, that's just an amazing shot. And then the third pose, these first two are 20 minutes. The third pose, can't go wrong here. This is Leroy Neiman. Bill will laugh at that. An ongoing joke we've had at the Academy all the time. We'd always interchange their names, Leroy Neiman and Leonard Nimoy.
That's such an art nerd joke.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of art nerds in this room. So
yeah, you're playing your audience.
Yeah. So anyway, Spock and then Bones, Dr. Leonard McCoy, DeForest Kelly. So you can do either or on the last pose. It will be about 40 minutes. I am ready to start drawing. In between poses, post your work to Instagram, hashtag visual illustration isolation, and let's get drawing before I make any more mistakes.
Also,
yeah, if anybody's wondering, I dropped the link to the photo reference in the chat. So if you don't have that yet, go ahead and grab that. If there's any confusion, we want to be very clear. Please draw with us. This is a very participation heavy event. So please draw along and share your work. So other than that, get ready to draw.
Also, I want to just say, if you're talking in the chat, go down to the bottom and select panelists and attendees if you want to talk to the entire room. That's it.
Thank you, Bill.
Yes. So who are you drawing there, John?
Nichelle Nichols.
Oh.
And I'm serious. I'm not drawing Shatner. I've done that today, and I messed with it for so long. I'm just.
You got it in your head.
I can't do it.
Right out the gate, we've got a question, which, I forgot to mention that. We will talk about all sorts of things. It can get pretty out there, but if you ask questions about art, we will tackle the audience questions before we talk about our favorite documentaries. So first question, what is your go-to for brushes? Anybody want to tackle that one?
I can always talk brushes.
Well, are you referring to digital or traditional?
Oh yeah, that's another good question.
I like flat brushes.
I like filberts.
There you go.
And rounds. I like rounds a lot too.
Yeah, I like a mix. I've got a
They're
little
asking
mix.
I like rounds and filberts.
Well, here, hold on. This is what's next to my on my tabaret. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I got flats. I got flats that are synthetic. I got flats that are bristles. I have filberts that are worn out, but I have fresh filberts that are bristle. I got for putting down washes with acrylics, just a pointed sable, and then for putting glazes down or just pushing around lots of paint, I use these guys. This is a filbert that has gotten worn out, that's gotten worn down, but it's still good for me. I like it.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering why, just for people who don't know
These
brush.
are my acrylic brush cup. I have a cup for oils and I have a cup for acrylics. And I use a mix of, I really like Treacle brand. I like Princeton. And then a lot of my really tiny detail brushes, like, where is it? It's in the bottom of my cup here. For like super crazy detail, I have these like nail painting brushes for like if people are painting, like doing fingernail art. And those are like really good because they're not expensive and I go through them really quick.
Gotcha.
Follow-up question is, what's your favorite art store?
Favorite art store? Doesn't exist anymore.
Pearl.
Pearl. Pearl was,
Yeah.
Pearl was my favorite art store, and it's gone. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, art stores are tough because I'm not a big fan of the craft stores.
Mhm.
And I like the kind of smaller stores that you can find things in.
Kansas City has several really good art stores. Keith Cole Snow's is a very good store here in Kansas City, but it's privately owned. And there's another one, Creative. Can't think of the name of it. I just know where it is, down in the crossroads. It's excellent.
Artist Craftsman Supply.
Artist Craftsman, yeah. Artist is Craftsman.
That's a larger chain. That's all over.
And
But
then there's a Blick also.
Yeah.
And that's probably I shouldn't say it, but it's probably my least favorite. I'll say it anyway. But I still go there.
There goes the Blick sponsorship.
I think Blick will survive.
Well, they're not very personal.
Right.
No, I would say Treckle Online, they have really good customer service. I've emailed them questions about stuff and they're really good about getting back to me.
Blick is?
No, Treckle.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
There's a little art store in Durham I like called the Art Post. But they're very small. But yeah, it's hard because Pearl kind of had everything. And
Yeah, but I feel like I was really taken advantage by art stores over the years. Sorry about that, because they're so crazy expensive.
yeah,
And I realized about 80% of what I buy, I can replace at a paint store, at a hardware store. And I'd rather go there.
yeah. There used to be I'm blanking on the name right now, but there was an art store in Raleigh that was a paint store for many years, and they still had house paints and art supplies.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was a little teeny store, but it was like you could go in there and find treasures all over the place. It kind of.
Now, were their prices like good on like the household paints? Because sometimes those places like will upcharge the house paint stuff. Like I'm always curious.
Yeah, no, they were pretty good. I mean, I think it was run by the son of it was called Ask You Taylor, and it was run by the son of the man who had started it. So it was in the family. And
Son of a sailor. Is that what you're trying to say?
son of a sailor man, yeah. The seventh son of the seventh son.
Ha.
Oh boy.
My words exactly.
It's been a tough one, Bill. I was really mad at myself this morning, so I did another painting in between
Of who or what?
of this pose I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And it might be the worst painting I've done in the last 30 years.
Oh no.
Well, hey, you know what? You got it out of you and you're ready to move on.
Yeah.
Someone asked, what is your favorite or preferred, what's your preferred method for sketching?
What does that mean?
Like probably what tools, what materials you use, maybe what setting?
Well, for what I'm doing right now, I'm drawing in pastel, and I love drawing in pastel. It's really active. And I like, when I draw, I try to think about shape more than anything, and it allows me to put down flat shape really fast and really easy. I like charcoal too. does the same thing. Charcoal and then graphite sticks with a combination of certain graphite pencils. Bill, why don't you go next?
Yeah, when I draw in a sketchbook, I either use I like a 5B or a 6B pencil that I can just put down. It'll make a mark, and it's a very soft pencil, and I can use the side of it and shade things in. And then I also like sort of a variety of I've got some fountain pens, sort of a little variety of fountain pens here.
Do you carry a sketchbook? I mean, do you?
Sometimes, yeah. It used to be I would carry it wherever I went, but now it's more like I go out to a place with the intention of sketching or drawing, and then when I'm at home, a lot of times I'll also paint in my sketchbook, and I use those inexpensive craft paints that you find it. Michael.
Cassandra, do you carry a sketchbook?
Yeah, I have a little sketchbook in my purse. It's only, it's maybe a 4x6. It may be smaller, maybe more like a 5x3. I'm always like, if I'm thinking about something, I'll sketch something out or jot it down. And also, with my kids with me, if they're bored, I'm able to like pass off something for them to draw on. So like it's a mix of kid drawings, my drawings, and hodgepodge of everything.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of variety in there.
Yes.
I hope.
Yes.
I think I'm regretting drawing Shatner today, right now too. I like the first one I did today.
You did a great one this morning.
Thank you.
Well, the problem with him is he's kind of like in this pose, a very classic kind of handsome, average looking. Like there's nothing exceptional about his features, and that's hard to pinpoint.
Well, he's a pretty boy. I mean, he's a real good looking guy.
The features are, when you're handsome like that, your features are typically very symmetrical, and it's hard to like what makes Shatner look like Shatner.
I feel like that's old school handsome too. I feel like young handsome now is a bit more chiseled.
Yes.
Like sharper, right?
Mm-hmm. I would agree with
Ryan
that.
Gosling.
Yeah. Or Batman. What's his name? Edward Cullen.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Edward Cullen. Your skin is like diamonds.
Well, I think that, the most classical actor I can think of recently is Daniel Day-Lewis. And what a good-looking, handsome guy that guy is.
Well, I actually think he's interesting, and his charisma makes him handsome, but I wouldn't say he's classically handsome.
And I'm going to argue with you about that,
Man.
But I love that we're having this debate.
That's a funny conversation for me. I find myself in funny places, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
Please, let's continue. This is fun.
Yeah.
No, that's great. It's like
John, we're gonna need you to write a 1,500 word essay with 5 point a thesis on Daniel Day-Lewis's hair.
Well, and if you want to talk about more modern, Timothy Chalamet, he's very interesting. I feel like he has features like a Greek sculpture. So does Robert Pattinson. I think those are some really interesting faces that I have seen in Renaissance art.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie? I think it's called Good Day or Good Time. It's got Robert Pattinson and
yes,
he's a criminal.
The Safdie brothers did it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
That was a tough one.
That's a tough one because he's not in any way an appealing character in that. God, my
I think
shadow.
that was part of his repentance for Twilight. You know, he had to do all of these like artsy movies with guys like the Safdie brothers.
Or
And then-
like The Lighthouse.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, uh, what's his name? Who did? Oh my gosh, I'm going totally blank. Christopher Nolan all of a sudden hits him up.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, I think he really put in the work to recover from being in such a
Delightful movie. Yes.
yeah. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody, but stupid, I think would be the word. If you like it, that's fine. Some people grew up with it, so it's like it's their thing. You know.
You know who's normally sort of playing a handsome guy but who's not in his current role is Adrian Brody in
Oh yeah, the Lakers show. What is it
yeah.
called?
Oh my God.
He's an interesting looking guy, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
call him like classically handsome. He's just a really interesting looking
Well,
guy.
he kind of has a debonair look to him when he wants to.
Yeah.
You know what, John? This is what I would say is Adrian Brody is, and we're talking about very subjective things here. So there's an asterisk after everything we say.
Hmm.
But Adrian Brody is model handsome, which is different. Like he could have been a Gucci or like Versace
Totally
model.
right. He could be. Hmm.
And
That's because he's interesting looking and he's got
yeah,
he's
but
got really
those
fine
models,
features.
those models are not classically handsome.
Well, they have to be unique so that they
They're
represent
very
the brand.
unique.
Yeah.
They're very unique and interesting. Totally.
And beautiful to watch, like in a
Yeah.
movie, because it's got such a good
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
So, Happy
There was
Bird.
there was a little movie he was in. I want to say it's called The Locker or something like that. It was a time travel thing. And he was so memorable in it, although I can't remember the name of the
You
movie.
can't remember it.
I can't remember the
Sounds
movie.
memorable.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, it's like, I told you this morning, the other day, I said something funny to my class last night and I instantly forgot what it was that I said. You know,
Yeah, I do that more than I'd like to admit.
it was just like everybody laughed and I'm like, what was it I just said that was funny? I'm losing, I've
We
walked
got-
into the room.
right. This is like describing a dream to somebody. They're just like waiting for it to. All right, here's the question.
Shut up.
What is your experience / tips with gouache?
Oh,
Anybody?
So I am not a huge, I mean, I wish Don was here. I feel like Don is like king of the gouache, and so is Audrey. I prefer acrylic gouache because the problem is you need to really like lay it down and not try to layer it over too much because you'll pick into the layer below. So I don't know, I feel like you have to treat it like watercolor, but it's more opaque.
I use gouache. The only way I like to use gouache is, gouache was sort of intended. I think that, the way they taught us to use it in school is this flat color. And I didn't like using it that way. So I will use it transparently like watercolor, or I'll keep it kind of dry and build it up like oil. And it's really, what I like about it is if I need to, I can kind of pull back out of it like watercolor and kind of, reactivate it. But if I try to make it flat like acrylic and, sort of perfect, I don't like that aspect of it.
Yeah,
So-
I always end up wanting it to be like acrylic for me.
Yeah. I haven't used the acrylic gouache yet. I still can't get my head around the idea of
It's cool. I like it. It like fixed what I didn't like about gouache.
So this is the 5-minute warning on this first post, and also the 5-minute warning on my departure to go surfing, which I submitted my I submitted my surfing request form to John earlier and was approved. So I'll be leaving in a minute, but I got 5 minutes left on this pose. So
Did you put your 2 weeks notice in, Timmy, for surfing?
What's that?
Did you put your 2 weeks notice in for surfing? You know,
I didn't. I basically texted John as I was driving to the airport. Yeah. No.
Oh, that's cool. So what beach are you at now?
Well, we go to Mondos, which is a break. I'll be totally honest. I have no idea where. I'm a passenger for this stuff.
Gotcha.
I am like a total tag along. Yeah. So, and I've never been good at keeping track of where I am. So
Me neither. That's not.
I
my
just know
fault.
the break that I go to is called Mondos,
Oh, that's cool.
which is like the most surfer name for a place.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to end this pose and you'll post your work using hashtag illustration isolation and App Visual Arts Passage on Instagram.
Oh, this drum is off.
The other thing I was going to say is we just finished our first semester of the year this past Saturday. And John, I was just curious, like do you notice at the end of a semester some of the outcomes changing, like student from day one to
Oh, it's huge, absolutely huge. We did study hall last night, and we were just blown away at the quality of the work.
And for anybody who's confused, I'm talking about our mentorship program, which is we offer on a semester basis. And so, yeah, sorry, John.
Oh, it's I think ask just about any one of our students, and they would tell you that it's a lot of great information from some very good artists.
Yeah.
Hell, Cassandra was a student at one point.
Yep. It is the way.
And as part of my deal, I have found a replacement for me as I leave. Adam's here. So
Yay, Adam.
Yeah,
Adam,
Hey.
great to have you.
I was running late getting out of the teaching
Yeah.
part of my life.
I was wondering if the wind had knocked your power out.
Yeah, now it's just weirdly still outside. I almost felt more comfortable when it was windy. It feels sort of like Missouri in July when the wind stops blowing and you go, uh-oh.
Run.
Yeah. So obviously I haven't dug up the reference yet or found a thing to draw on yet, but I'm here.
Well, you're here. That's all that matters.
That's right. Because what
First part,
all
showing
downhill
up.
once I start drawing, so we could.
Well,
Yeah.
you're just missing the Shatner pose, which I feel like you got John and Bill jinxed me on.
No, Shatner jinxed you. He jinxed me all day today.
It's this come hither look he's giving everyone.
I was gonna say it's kind of like a Dwayne the Rock Johnson eyebrow.
Pretty confident.
So there's my Shatner from this morning, which
Yeah, yours look good.
that I think turned out okay. That one, not so much. My Spock was okay. But my
Oh
new
yeah, your Spock looks good.
thank you. But my new Shatner, and then my second Shatner was nice. I just didn't finish it.
Well, see now I feel like
I'm not loving this one either, but I've drawn him before. I like drawing his face. I mean, I'm okay with that. Just
Shatner was the one I was nervous about, and now I feel like I chickened out by missing it.
You could always, do it instead, but yeah,
I don't think I feel bad enough though.
Okay, so that's the end of the first pose.
Nice.
So I'm sure the panelists will take their sweet time switching on to the next image. But if you're in the audience, please put your pencils down and snap a photo of your work and share it to Instagram using hashtag illustration isolation and visual arts passage. We are going to check out all the art at the end of the night. So definitely post your work. It's really fun. It's the best part. And I'm sharing the info in the chat on what you need to put in the caption.
Cassandra, I'm glad to see that your power is powered.
Well, so I didn't lose my power, but our internet cable, all of that stuff is still knocked out. I'm actually hotspotting in.
Oh,
Hey, Adam, can you bump your audio up a little bit?
yeah. I was just going to do that.
Yeah, we I don't know about everybody else, but we definitely had some tornadoes in the area today. Bill, how was it in North Carolina?
I don't know. It seemed pretty mellow where I am. Oh, your China's looking good. Yeah, I mean, I went for a run right before this. I mean, it rained and earlier, but it's, I don't know. I mean, I can actually see blue sky now. So,
Oh, good.
or
I feel like
All right.
mine is starting to have a little bit of Sean Connery meets something else going for him. I don't know what happened here.
the way his face is tilted, it kind of like I noticed on mine, like I puffed out the left side of his face a little.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move on.
All right. I am gonna log off, and I've got a question. I'm just curious. How are you all planning to tackle this next image? What do you think will be the most difficult part or easiest part?
I've already tackled it. Just finding the shape of the head, it's a really beautiful pose, elegant shape. And I want mine to,
statue.
yeah, I want mine to kind of follow that.
Yeah, I think the symmetry is the thing that I'm most nervous about.
Yeah, I was going to say same thing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna log off, everybody. Cassandra, you're in charge, and everybody, good luck with the next pose.
I mean, you haven't really watched when Cassandra's in charge. You don't know what you're doing.
Bill, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
You know what? You know what, Bill? The car seemed to stay together the next day, so I don't. Like the complaint emails don't seem to pour in. So, all right, everybody, have a good night and
have a good time.
Timmy, have fun.
Have fun, Timmy. All right.
So, Cassandra, what's this, a 50-minute pose?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think the symmetry and just.
I can't decide if I want to put the dark hair in or not.
John, that looks really good.
Happy with the, what I did so far. I haven't put any lights in or anything, but I think I could really screw it up putting the dark in it, but I'll try. I've screwed everything else up today. Might as well try this.
That's the spirit.
Yep.
See, Timmy was like propelling our conversation, and now we're all quiet.
Yeah. Well, I think, the symmetry on this face and the softness of it is why I'm starting so vaguely. so that I can move things around and
That's kind of how I approached it, Bill. I was really, really careful to find shape first. I think this is going to work.
it's that lovely curve on her from her cheek to her neck.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful silhouette.
Yeah. I mean, I think at the time she was one of the few African-American actresses who had a leading role in a television series and, wasn't.
Networks in the South actually threatened to not.
Adam, I'm sorry, you're really quiet.
Maybe I actually turned.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. I think you're just too far from it, wherever it is.
Okay, let's try this. All right. I'm just going to try something else here. Something more consistent. Let's see.
But they gave her stuff to do, and like in the Mirror Mirror episode where she pulls a knife on Sulu, and she was kind of a badass. But you were saying networks in the South?
Oh, we're actually not going to air Star Trek because she was on the bridge. And Gene Roddenberry was asked to do a rewrite, and he said no. he was willing to have to lose the show, or at least lose half the national audience, rather than cave to that.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. I didn't know that about him, that he was like that. For him, that was as much like a point of his show as anything else.
Yeah. Well, Star Trek had existed in this sort of utopian
Right.
world, or at least the Federation.
Right. But yeah, certainly. I mean, it's very hard to do battle with aliens if you haven't figured out your own species yet.
Yeah.
Now, didn't we talk about this in another week? But wasn't Lucille Ball a big proponent of Star Trek happening?
Well, they owned it. It was their show. It was a Desilu production.
Desilu production.
Yeah.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah, like she really saw what it could be and really pushed for it.
Another fun thing about Gene Roddenberry, which I saw that it made Star Trek make more sense too, was so I was watching like old like westerns from the 1950s, and especially if you watch like Have Gun Will Travel, like there'll be some real clunkers, and every now and then there's this like really amazing episode that's just so much better than everything else and kind of deep. And almost every single time that would happen, the credits would roll and it would be an episode written by Gene Roddenberry.
Huh.
And that's when I realized that Star Trek is a Western.
Oh, that's interesting.
That actually makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Right. So they've got all the same dynamics with the places they go to and trying to figure out what their place in them is, places that they may or may not have any business being, that they're trying to I don't know, they're trying to go where no man has gone before, right? Except that there's always someone who's already living there that they're trying to find their balance with, which tended to be like the theme of Gene Roddenberry written westerns. They were, very, very sort of like, rode this line between, critique and sympathy for like all parties involved.
That seems more like a Gene Roddenberry thing than a Western thing.
Right. But he sort of honed it on westerns.
Yeah. Because a lot of Westerns in my mind, and, I don't know if anybody else sees it this way, but a lot of Westerns were like good guys, bad guys, and there's there's always complexities, but they didn't go into a lot of the complexities. The people who wanted to do bad things were greedy and power hungry, and the people that were against them were not.
Right. Well, as someone who spends my Saturday mornings watching James Garner's Maverick,
Yes.
I will say he's basically that. In the case of that one, it's a neat thing where he's basically there's a case where like they basically invented the Han Solo character before Han Solo.
Yeah.
And so the hero of the show is actually not a great guy. He's just trying to like make a buck and not get to know anyone too well, and he keeps getting like sucked into doing the right thing.
Right.
So what are you saying about Maverick?
Oh, I'm saying that he's not actually a good guy. He just winds up getting stuck being one. And the people he's sort of like either up against or with, are all sort of like loaded with imperfections as well, and and he's sort of like constantly having to deal with like sort of culture shock because he only came to town so he could rip everyone off in a gambling game.
Yeah.
Poker game. But as far as the simple good guy bad guy dichotomy, he's a little more complex than that.
Yeah.
So every now and then, like the McCarthy era got to like almost every show at some point. So there's always some weird episode that comes in and you go, oh, this one's about the communists, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're a very dark guy, Adam.
I start the day like really peppy and
With Perry Mason, are you still watching Perry Mason, or did you guys finish them off?
Oh, I think we actually saw them all and then we started again. It's want to make sure you didn't miss anything, and actually I think we were too lazy to find something else to do. But no, I'm teaching like super early in the mornings now, most days. So I've been missing out on Perry. But every now and then I'll come in and realize they're at the season where suddenly he's like tackling like East German spies or something. And I was going, where did that come from? And then I go, oh, it's that year. Where every now and then Perry Mason gets sucked into, battling communism. And it always catches me by surprise.
Yeah.
Hey, I got internet back.
Oh, awesome. Somebody asked, let's see, I met, wait, the question disappeared. Albert Aswadi asked, what's your favorite Western movie?
High Noon.
The Unforgiven.
Yeah, I'm with you on Unforgiven.
I think if you start watching High Noon at, I think it's like 11:45 at like 10:45 in the morning. No, it happens in real time. Because the entire thing is like an hour and a half of the sheriff's life.
Right.
But you can actually start it start it with brunch and by noon you get to find out how Gary Cooper's doing.
I feel like that's the equivalent of like the Pink Floyd album and Wizard of Oz. Like if you started at this exact moment.
When I was a kid, I really liked the movie The Cowboys. Although I'm not a huge John Wayne fan. But it had John Carradine Jr. in it. John Carradine Jr., the younger of the Carradine brothers. And
One of his better movies for sure.
yeah, absolutely. And I liked it because it was all these kids who were taking over when the cowboy was incapacitated.
Oh, that one. Right.
Yeah.
I forgot that was what that one was called.
And
It's a fun movie.
I've been watching Billy Wilder movies lately. Whole different story. Like Irma and The Apartment, and one called Avanti.
I watched the first episode of Moon Knight last night. Did anybody watch that?
I haven't seen that. How was it?
It was cool. I really enjoyed it. I'm a fan of it's superheroes and Egyptology, and it's fun. And Bill Cinnowitz, how do you say his last name? I'm always
Gouache.
yeah. I mean, that was his comic, so he created that look.
Yes, he did.
Have you read the comics, Cassandra?
I haven't. I honestly did not know about it until recently, so I'd like to now.
If you start around issue 22 or 23, I think that's when he started to change and make it his own thing and really grow.
I love that you told me that, because I feel like I always want to ask, where should I start? Because a lot of times it's not at the beginning. Everyone always has a good place to tell me to really start.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I would start. Maybe issue 22, 23. There's a storyline. And then there's what you see in the drawing is that you see how Bill's absorbing all these other influences to grow away from his work looking so much like Neil Adams.
Right.
And
so that's around the time that happened.
Yeah. And so there's an issue that has a lot of nightmare imagery in it that's really great. And it's beautifully colored by an artist named Christy Scheel, or Sheila, I think. And then there's two issues. Well, there's an issue called Hit It, which is, he's got a lot of jazz images of jazz musicians and Led Zeppelin, and it's all about violence and sort of how violent actions infect other people. And then there's a werewolf story that's really good. So good, beautiful stuff. And then he left the book. So, there's 5 or 6 issues before he left the series. That's where I would start.
21, is that what you said, or 22?
21, 22, right? Yeah, right around there. There's a black and white cover of just Moon Knight standing there with kind of a gritty cityscape behind him. Here, I can share it in the chat.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, I so needed this.
It looks really good, John.
Thanks.
I think you got your mojo
That
back.
really does.
let's see. Oh, I forget how to put an image in the chat.
Wait, did Timmy disable that before he left?
Maybe he was like, I know, Bill.
Bill's going to be screwing around with this.
It's
Wiley pictures and such.
issue 23.
Issue 23.
Yeah. Oh, wow, John, that looks fantastic.
Thanks.
Everybody's looks great. Mine doesn't look great, but everybody else's looks great.
No, man, it's cool. I keep going.
I apologize, and I have a photo of her covering my screen, so I haven't seen anybody else's, but I'll see him in a minute.
I've been seeing advertisements for Icon a bunch.
Yeah, me too.
And where is that going to be this time?
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Now, has it been in Kansas City multiple times, or like, is it like?
This is the first time.
Oh, cool. Well, are you excited? It's like where you are.
I don't know. I guess. Yep. I don't know.
Or is it like, if this drawing turns out, you'll be excited?
That's right.
Yeah.
This drawing turns out, I'll go to Icon. That's
Adam, that looks really cool. I'm loving those blues.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks.
What's everybody working with, supplies-wise?
I started off with this pad of Strathmore heavyweight blue paper, which I turned out not to like. It buckled like crazy, so I'm just using the cardboard on the back of it.
I was noticing it was buckling, so I hadn't realized you had switched it.
Yeah. I figured when the conversation about Gene Roddenberry and cowboys took a dark turn, it was probably because my drawing was buckling and I was projecting.
That was definitely what did it.
So then I've got liquid graphite or like water soluble graphite and some gouache and watercolor.
Bill, what are you using?
I'm using Krita colors and some new pastels.
What's Credo colors?
It's basically like new pastels. They're chalk pastels, but they sell them in individual sticks.
Oh, okay.
And it's the closest ones that I've found to the new pastels.
Yeah, since New Pastels sold us out.
Boo.
Yeah. Who are they bought by again?
Oh, I didn't know they were bought.
Yeah, their Prismacolor, who owns them, was bought by somebody,
Yeah.
some big company.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. But I did hear that. But they don't make them in individual sticks anymore, or they don't sell them in individual sticks anymore. And that really messes with me. So you got to buy a box of them to get one color you like.
No, it's because the my local art supply store still has the big stand of the individual sticks, but I noticed they were having trouble. Things were going out of stock,
Right.
and I was waiting for them to get replaced. And
Not going to happen.
oh, that's terrible. The sign that when your art supply company has been bought by people who don't use art supplies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bought like $700 of new pastels, everything I could get my hands on, when they did that.
So when I went to Dick Blick online, there was hardly anything left.
Yeah, well, George did it before I did.
John, so are you using new pastels?
I'm using new pastels right now.
These are the only pastels I really like. I don't like the big soft pastels. They disappear. They're too soft.
Yeah, you can't do a lot of things with them. You got to build. You can build it. I mean, really build up with them.
And if you've got like money burning a hole in your pocket, you can alleviate it by buying them.
What'd you say, Adam?
I said, if you've got, like $100 burning a hole in your pocket, you could buy a couple sticks of the really good ones, those really soft ones, and then have them sort of kind of disappear in your drawing and go buy more. Is they do go fast.
But up until we started doing this, I didn't really draw much with pastels. I mean, a little bit, but nowhere near as often as I do now.
How is it getting back to it?
Oh no, I like it. I mean, I really enjoy using them.
When my father showed me his idea of teaching this type of drawing at the academy, and he told me they were in pastels, I was just like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I hate pastels so bad. The thing I couldn't stand, I know this is going to sound pretty wimpy of me, but the sound.
Oh no, I'm exactly the same.
The feeling of the first year I was doing this, I would have to bite my tongue the whole time. I mean, literally just bite on my tongue because the sound bothered me so badly. It's like rubbing on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
But I got over it after 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
That and lots of therapy.
A lot of therapy. A lot of couch time.
I don't know why. It's the chalkboard sound. It takes me back.
Yeah, I was always embarrassed at the sound, and then also the texture like really annoyed me. It was just like I got used to it, but I still don't. It's not my favorite thing to work with.
I love drawing with it now just because it's so you can control, it's so active,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get into some really interesting mark making very quickly. Some nice textures.
It's really malleable, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that means. Yeah, I think so. My dog is yawning. He does not like my drawing.
Everyone's a
Yeah, I really like the drawing you did this morning, the painting you did at Kirk this morning. I never saw it after the session.
I didn't do any more with it. I started another drawing. I started another painting. I did this. And I did this pose. And I was not happy.
Man, she's got an awesome face. I'm loving her face so much.
Does it's getting the softness on her nose, but still trying to distinguish between the values in the nose and the values on her cheeks. That's where I'm fighting right now.
I think I'm done. I don't really want to screw it up.
Well, it is 8. Move on to the third one. Or say 8, it's 7 for you, but
Well, I like using this camera instead of my phone, but my drawing looks a little bluer than it really is.
oh, interesting.
I'm going to try to adjust the color of the light here.
Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot that mine could adjust the color and the light as well.
Don't use blue pastels. It will help you, Bill.
Right.
That might be a little better. There's an art supply store that I like. It's in Boone, North Carolina. It's called Cheap Joe's.
Oh, yeah.
And they have an online.
I've seen it online before. I've never been in an actual Cheap Joe's store, though.
Yeah, it's a nice little store. And
Yeah, I think I'm stuck living in this town in perpetuity just because I didn't know this when I moved here, but the year I moved here, an art supply store opened up just 20 years ago. And it still like might be the nicest art supply store I've ever been in.
What's it called?
It's called Jerry's. It started off as like a franchise of the Jerry's catalog.
Uh-huh.
Jerry's Artorama.
Yeah. And they since like, struck out on their own from that, but they kept the name for
that's good.
continuity. But you walk in there and it is just, one thing I like about it is all the nice supplies are not behind glass like they are in like a Blick.
Mm.
So you can just walk up and, they've got everything from, Old Holland down to Gamblin.
Right.
Just out in the open, and they've got, loads of brushes, ranging from like, cheap synthetics all the way up to like, 3 different lines of Kolinsky sables. But again, and it goes all the way back to like sculpting and casting and printmaking tools. And
yeah.
And at some point they the store behind them, I think, went out of business and the place became available. So they actually blew out a wall and expanded.
Oh, that's awesome.
which-
I like hearing that they're doing so well that they're expanding.
Yeah. So they doubled the size of their store, and now like half of it is, you know, canvas and framing. Half of it is all the things you would put on canvas and framing.
That's cool.
Smart.
But yeah, you can walk in there and buy a, you know, 7 foot tall canvas.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
jealous of you of that.
Yeah.
Just what I need.
Right.
I
I
couldn't.
never bought a 5 foot tall one, but I know I could go bigger if I had to.
Yeah. I have to stretch those things because I can't fit canvases that size in my car.
And this is another thing in my life that's, I'm going to be living in West Orange, New Jersey forever and driving a minivan forever.
I was going to say, it's why minivans are awesome.
Uh-huh. When my dad talked me into a minivan the first time, I was going, I don't know. And then I measured the back and I was like, well, this is exactly the size of an upright base. Okay. I can now fit a family of 4 and an upright base.
There you go.
Because sometimes you don't want to have to choose.
There you go. I think it's time to move on to the next pose if you want to.
Yeah.
I could only ruin this at this point, so you can leave it alone.
I didn't quite get her, that she's got this just slightly kind of dry, skeptical look that I'm just not quite.
I know. She's like slightly annoyed.
Yeah. You know, it's almost like I think we were overcome by trying to get the what we were
Beauty.
saying before,
She knows you're drawing her.
I'm running out of words. The symmetry, and I sort of like, as a result, I think I overlooked where she's asymmetrical, which is that wonderful little eyebrow thing she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
The slight downturn to her eyes.
I need to decide if I want to draw McCoy or Spock.
Oh, I'm going Spock City.
Yeah, I feel like 11-year-old me from the distant past would never forgive me if I didn't draw Spock.
Right? Me neither.
McCoy appears in more Westerns, but you know, this is Star Trek night.
I was telling John this morning that one of the things I liked about Leonard Nimoy, when I would see in other shows or other movies, is how different he was than Spock.
Right.
You know, he was always, you know, he always had a sense of humor. He was laughing at something, or like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Are you printing something?
I don't know. All I heard was there was a reference to body snatchers, and then suddenly there's all these like unearthly sounds happening.
Oh, that was my printer. Sorry,
You are printing something.
I was printing out my reference.
Ah,
I decided to draw Spock. Oh, that's interesting. So Blick is always cheaper. Interesting. Okay.
It's looking great, Cassandra.
oh, thanks.
Yes.
Oh
So
wow, that really is.
nobody's asked you. What are you working in?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Sorry.
Classic acrylic and cardboard.
Really nice. I
Yeah.
like it.
Thanks.
You and John, your pieces look very similar in terms of.
They do the color, the palette.
Yeah.
The color of the
Yeah,
substrate
yeah.
is very similar.
Well, John did it first, so I think he must have inspired my direction.
So Cassandra, when you get your cardboard, is it just from random boxes, or are you now buying sheets of cardboard?
Oh no, this is still like cardboard that is just arrived on my doorstep. Actually, so I ordered groceries online for a long time, and at the bottom of heavy bags, they would put this cardboard. So I have a stack of that, but they don't do it anymore, and now my stack is going away. So I am gonna have to start like cutting up boxes again.
I'm sitting here looking at my William Shatner, trying to see if I have enough nerve to show you what I did.
Do it. I wanna
Yes.
see it.
I will.
'Cause I feel like it's gonna be way better.
I did it Cassandra's approach.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Wait,
I
turn that
told-
towards the camera.
It looks
Well,
good, John.
yeah.
You're
Yeah,
too hard on yourself, man.
Hold it up to the camera a little more. Turn it. Oh, that looks fantastic.
Yeah, you got his hair really well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just trying to do, I did acrylic underpainting real quick and then did went to oiled it and then painted on top of it. And that's as far as I could get.
Man, you're really hard on yourself. If you're beating yourself up over that, like that's good.
Yeah.
Now it looks like a no knock to Tom Blackshear because he did these things beautifully, but it looks like a bad Star Wars collector's plate.
But if that's what you're painting really fast, that's good.
Yeah.
No, I thought it looked great, and it's just like, shut up, your painting looks good.
I can't see anymore though. My been staring at stuff too long today.
You're getting a lot of compliments. John, everyone liked what you did.
Yep.
I think you were just too hard on yourself today.
Star Wars collector's plates were really popular.
Okay, so we got
I'll put a circle mat around it.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
We got a question. Any recommended art books, process, history, or biography?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right, why don't you?
All right, I'll go with one. There's I think it's called The Genius of
Wait,
Velasquez.
you're really quiet again, Adam.
Wow.
I think you were just far from your mic or something.
Okay. How am I normal now?
You sound a little bit louder.
Okay.
You were saying The Genius of
Yeah, I
Velasquez?
think it's called The Genius of Velasquez. But it takes like 15 or 20 pieces and really like breaks them down, does like close-ups of like how they're built as paintings, how he thought about them as he was built, structuring them. Like in addition to like weird little political things he would have had to deal with, in what they were. but there's so much about the process and technique in them, and about, you know, like what color went down first, what the ground was, you know, what things he seems to have changed his mind on, that you see through like colors that faded over time. So it's a really nice like view inside, you know, this kind of demystifying of
Oh, that's cool.
That sounds amazing.
What's it called again, Adam?
I think it's called The Genius of Velasquez. You know, it's got to be here pretty close by. Maybe it's just called The Art of Velasquez.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, right now I'll call it The Hiding Place of Velasquez.
Somebody posted it, Velasquez, the technique of genius, Jonathan Brown. Thank you, Emiliano.
Yes, thank you.
Well, good. Yes, that's it.
Yeah. See, I'm done. Spock's beamed up.
I think actually it's a beautiful silhouette there, Phil.
Yeah. I'll just do the silhouette of him and then.
I got a good one for you. Edgar Payne, Composition of Outdoor Painting, is one of my favorite art books. He breaks down landscape painting like into thumbnailing, and with his thumbnails, different types of landscapes. It's really a smart book.
Cool.
Edgar Payne was American Impressionist, first half of the 20th century, and a book to make you feel good about art is The Art Spirit, obviously, by
Robert Henry.
Robert Henry.
John, what was the name of the Edgar Payne one?
Composition of Outdoor Painting.
Oh, thanks, Paloma.
I must be drawing.
Way up on that. Well, I have a book that I really like for drawing called On the Spot Drawing by Nick Miglin. And it has a whole bunch of different people, including John Collier and Robert Weaver in it. And just little Noel Sickles sections on their drawings. Artist named Tracy Sugarman. And Nick Miglin was the art director at Mad Magazine for many, many years.
Knew I heard that name before. I couldn't think of who it was.
Yeah.
What was the title again, Bill? Sorry, I'm like here.
On the Spot Drawing by Nick Miglin, Meglin. And Tom Gundelfinger's in there. I'm pretty sure Noel Sickles is in there. I'm not sure. But Robert Weaver's in there. And Miglin too. And then Alan Kober. And I also have a book. It's a interview book with the painter Gerhard Richter.
Wow.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's like interviews with him over several decades.
I think a lot of people would enjoy James Gurney's books.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great information in those things.
I'm not just saying it because he has my last name, but I always enjoyed the Andrew Loomis drawing books.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. As far as erasers go, for when I'm working with pastel, I like the kneaded erasers, as you can see from this one that's been completely covered with brown pastels.
I just watched a TikTok video on how to clean them.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I'll check. I'll have to check that out because I would love to do that.
Yeah, like the video made it seem like they were all complete. You could like bring them all back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna move.
I don't have TikTok. I feel like I'm missing something.
I don't know. I've heard if you get TikTok, you'll say the same thing, but it'll be hours of your day.
Your life.
I think it's fun.
So, Cassandra,
Mm-hmm.
study Spock's hair here. This was the haircut that the local barber, and when I was a kid, when I would go to, would always give me.
Oh yeah, there's like this
Hmm.
photo of my dad and my uncles, and they're like lined up, and they all have that exact same haircut.
I'm so sorry.
I would always be so frustrated. It's like, do I have to go there?
I used to ask my mom for a crew cut, and no matter how short she tried to make it, it just laid down like this. So no one tried to give me one of these, but my hair was like, I think we're gonna do that.
Wow, like Bill and Adam, you guys is already a straight up Spock. That's cool.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
I'm trying to leave as much out as I can, actually. I kind of like the idea of the transporter thing. So I just want to get a little bit of his mouth and nose in. I got to say, I really like the Spock in the recent Star Trek movies.
Oh,
Right.
Quentin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zachary Quinto.
Yeah,
Right.
Zachary Quinto. Thank you.
When
I
he
think
showed
he's
up-
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
In Heroes, I almost was wondering if like someone's going to have to make like they're going to start Star Trek just so they can use this guy to be Spock.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
when he was Silas, everyone's like, that guy has to be Spock. That guy has to be Spock.
Right.
I mean, he was the most interesting character on that show. As creepy
Totally.
and bad as he was, his character went through the most changes.
Yeah, he definitely had the biggest arc.
I'm going to try to figure out if any of us are like exercising some demons of our childhood by painting Spock hair today.
Now it looks less like Spock that I put the mouth in, so that's got to go away.
Bill, I'm looking at yours and I see a bit of Judi Dench eyebrows.
Oh, totally. That's hilarious.
It's a big compliment because I think Judi Dench is awesome.
Oh, yeah. I finally watched the last Daniel Craig Bond movie
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
last week. I really missed, I really missed Judi Dench and the one before it. And I get she can't play the character forever, but she was one of my favorite parts of those movies.
Oh yeah, she was great because she always put Bond in place, you know?
Yeah. I mean, she worked with him, but she always had kind of a little bit of a disdain for him. You know, don't ever come into my apartment again or I'll have you shot. You know.
I'm gonna miss Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I thought he did a great job.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say he's my favorite Bond. Or at least the most interesting to me.
It's a weird thing about James Bond while painting Spock. Going in my head, going like, but these people any different, more different?
Hey, I can't make this look like Spock. I think the more I put in, I lost Spock somewhere.
Make his ears pointy. Pretty hard. Give him straight hair and his ears pointy, Bill, and you can't miss.
Yeah. I always used to wonder if, like, you know, did they pluck out, you know, the eyebrows and stuff? And
that was from the classic book of "That's a nice painting, don't screw it up" advice.
Yeah. Oh, yours looks fantastic, Adam.
Oh, thanks.
John, yours is looking really good too.
I haven't done hardly anything.
He almost looks like the older Spock, the way you've kind of gotten the eyebrow.
Oh man, there was a shot that was from the whatever the next with Picard. There was a shot, or no, not whatever the second. I don't know. I didn't follow it after the first series. So of him when he was much older.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, black and white shot of him was so good.
I mean, I just think he got really fascinating looking as he got older. And
oh yeah. Yeah. He was pretty fascinating looking when he was younger.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking, I burned through a ton of Tortillion blendings. My Prismacolor sticks, any cheaper alternatives or hacks for blending?
I didn't understand the question. Can you repeat?
I burned through a ton of Tortillion blendings. My Prismacolor sticks, any cheaper alternatives or hacks for blending?
If you're going to blend Prismacolor, I blend Prismacolor a lot with, I'll do a Prismacolor drawing and melt it with paint thinner.
Yeah.
It's an oil-based product.
Lighter fluid works.
So yeah, Sienkiewicz uses lighter fluid. I like to use like a really stiff brush and put the smallest amount of dry oil paint on it and then wipe out as much as I can off the brush. And it's just enough oil to move the Prismacolor around.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
A lot of illustrations that way.
Yeah.
And I use oil crayons with it too. You know, they're all oil product.
Yeah, as far as blending like dry media, I don't know. My personal preference was I actually never blend.
That's kind of like I was going to tell Bill. I don't know. I never use erasers, but
No, that's not true.
Never had the need. I use them all the time. I'm actually kind of interested in that. I have piles of
Needed erasers.
needed erasers that are just like, I don't know why I still have them. I can use them as door stops.
Let's see if I can find that video and I'll send it to you guys.
Oh, thank you.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, mine ended up becoming
Trick
pet
us into
food.
getting TikTok accounts.
What was that, Adam?
I said, or she's just trying to trick us into getting TikTok accounts.
No. Do you have to have an account to watch maybe
I,
someone sent
I
you?
don't think so.
Hmm.
Someone asked, do you guys always do portraits?
I always no.
Never.
Rarely.
I used to do portraits with illustration. My illustration work had a lot of likenesses I did. I did lots of that, but I mostly paint landscape or cityscape.
Oh, she says, I mean, in these classes.
And
Oh,
Maybe illustration isolation.
well, this one is kind of required portrait because it's all about the characters, I thought, portrait works really well for this. We always in the morning in our studio bridge, most of the time we try to start with full figure. Right, Bill?
Yeah. We try to do a figure and we try to get the feet on the ground and we try to, it starts out as a gesture. And then we've drawn.
There were some illustration isolation things from like archival photos of like multi-figure scenes and more anonymous subjects as well.
Right.
Yeah. Which I really like doing those, when we did the car night, the old timey automobile night.
I don't even remember that.
I don't remember an automobile night.
Yeah, we did like old timey drivers, roadsters and stuff.
No, we didn't.
Or did we do that for Studio Bridge?
We didn't do it for either, I don't think.
Got the drawings. Come on.
Show me the drawings, but I didn't do any of it.
Has Bill been moonlighting on Live Brush?
No, you guys you're not remembering. That's okay. Or I'm being gaslit,
I actually think you're not remembering. You did those somewhere else. There's nothing I hate drawing more than cars.
It's like people with goggles on and the big.
Oh yeah, we did that, but that wasn't about the cars. It was about the people.
But it was like the drivers of old timey automobiles,
No. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did fun stuff we've done some fun stuff like that. We've done dancers, we've done sports figures, we've done.
For a moment there, I really felt like I was being gaslit.
I was just like, what are you thinking about, Bill? Bill's
Are
lost
you
it.
sure your name is Bill?
I don't know. I liked it when we did pets too. I'd actually like to do
Hey, you know what? Let's do pets again.
Yeah, I'd like to do another pet night.
Can I, I'm going to open it. I know Timmy's going to hate me for this, but I'm going to open it up to the audience. Send us your pets.
Yeah.
Any pet. We got a rooster and that was really fun to draw.
Yeah. And how would they send us their pets?
I don't know, Cassandra, how should we do that?
It's Timmy at Visual Arts.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Cassandra, that was good. And he left you in charge.
I know.
Actually, I think that's probably the best way to do it.
What a fool he was.
Oh, Timmy doesn't know better yet. We shouldn't ruin it.
I went to this. I went further with this than I really think I should have, but somewhere in there's a Spock.
Oh, you have a pig? Somebody has a pig. Yes, we want to.
Oh, please, yes. Yeah, so I think the last time we did it, we had people post their pets to the illustration isolation group.
Yeah, just put them in the just like where you put your drawings in.
Or can you Facebook message?
Well, we had people post them to the Facebook group.
Yeah,
that's because then you can pull them down at like an actual usable resolution.
But yeah,
somehow my Spock started to look like McCoy dressed in Spock cosplay. I didn't even think that was possible.
But now you know it is.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jim, I'm not a Vulcan.
I've totally gone where no one has gone before.
Well, nobody painted Kelly Slater as the card before me, so you really got to find your new ground, man.
Right.
That was awesome, by the way.
The best whoops-a-daisy ever.
That was so good.
Yeah.
I have a funny miss here. I was talking to my students last night, my painting class in Durham Arts. And I was talking to a few of them. There were two sisters and their mom there. And I was like talking to one of the sisters, and I'm like, well, what do you do for a living? She's a lawyer. And so I asked the other sister, and I thought she said furniture maker. Somehow I got furniture maker, and I'm like, that's great because I'm looking for a bookshelf. And it turns out she was a software engineer, but somewhere that turned into furniture. And I was like, are you sure you can't just make me, like a bookshelf?
That's so awkward too, because then you don't want to like rudely correct somebody, but also it's really like far from what you want to do. And then they're going to want to talk about the thing that you know nothing about. Unless
Right.
maybe you do. Maybe you make bookshelves and do software. I don't know.
It was hilarious. She was pretty good natured about it. She was like, what kind of bookshelf do you need? Because I could make you a website to sell bookshelves. It was so awkward. It was hilarious though. I was
That's great.
I mean, and I don't, I get embarrassed, but I don't mind being the butt of the joke, making fun of myself is, more, I'm fine looking foolish.
It's a healthy place to be. I end up with my foot in my mouth too much to not be able to like laugh at myself.
Oh, yeah. I even came back to it a few minutes later. I'm really disappointed you're not a furniture maker. Because I'm really, the place I go get my wood furniture closed down. So that was funny.
The funny part will be if the lawyer decides to redo her office and gives you all her old bookshelves.
Yes.
Wow, the wind is kicking up here in New Jersey again.
Well, I heard you say you were nervous because it got calm.
Yeah, and now I'm realizing that was dumb. I should have just been nervous. I think being a parent trains you for that. The idea that when that other room does get quiet.
Oh, that's terrifying. Yeah.
So I started confusing the weather with my children.
How many kids do you have, Adam?
I have two. They are 20 and 18.
So they're not really children anymore.
No,
Yeah. Do any of them live at home?
both of them.
Both of them. Okay.
Yeah, the oldest commutes to school, and the youngest is starting college next year. But he will be going where I teach
Oh, really?
as an adjunct, so there's no price break. But we'll see each other in the art building all the time.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
What's he studying?
He's going to be studying essentially medical illustration. It's biomedical art and visualization is the major.
Oh, that's right. I did see you post about it, or your wife post about it
Yeah.
and tagged you or something.
And then the crazy part too is he can avoid me if he wants to, but the people he can't avoid are the two members of faculty who were there when I was a student, who I've been friends with for like 30 years now. So he'll have my old mentors as instructors.
So he can be like, tell me about my dad.
I don't think he'll have to prompt them.
Give me some dirt, Yeah, I'm really kind of wishing I'd stopped way, way early, but it's all right.
Push through, push through.
No pain, no pain. Oh, John, that Spock nose is looking amazing.
He's got his eyes.
Yeah. No pressure.
Yeah, don't screw it up.
No pressure.
Yeah, it can only get worse, right?
I'm saving that observation for the wind outside.
Could be worse, could be raining.
Enjoy how bad it is now. It can always get worse.
I can hear the inflection of the could be worse, could be raining, and I can't place the movie.
Young Frankenstein.
Yes. Because I just saw that in the theater.
Oh, fun.
West Orange Classic Film Festival.
Oh, nice.
That movie is just so darn quotable.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie so many times.
Yeah.
And I'll keep watching it. It's brilliant.
Seeing it on a full theater screen, all these years, I never noticed that Frankenstein has a zipper in his neck.
Oh, he does? No kidding.
He's got a tiny little zipper.
Oh,
As
don't
one
you
of his
remember
next
Madeline Kahn calling him his zipper neck, her little zipper neck?
Yes. But I had never seen I never made out the zipper before.
Peter Boyle.
But when you get there a little late and you're in the front row, that zipper is like the size of a Volkswagen. Yeah. Oh, he was so good.
Everything was great in that movie. Having fun drawing Spock.
All right, we have a bunch of questions.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
Everybody?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Is there someone wants a list of the books that we were all talking about? I'll try to write those in when we're looking at stuff on Instagram, because I did write most of them down on my phone. Another, is there a good source on the internet to provide random portraits to use as practice? I've been using National Portrait Gallery and Instagram, but would love it if you have other suggestions.
What was the last part of that?
They've been using the National Portrait Gallery on Instagram for like random portraits to use as practice, but do we have other options?
Shoot your own reference. You'll learn more. You either draw from life, but I think, first thing about pretty much drawing anything representationally is lighting, and posing and lighting, and you'll learn so much. You need to learn the lighting, like this is a short loop light, and the light, the shadow underneath Spock's nose, that loop of light makes it short loop. It's photographers use that term. Artists have learned how to best use lighting to describe, having light describe form. And so learning how to do that will be very, very helpful to you. I hope, is that a reasonable thing to say? I didn't mean
I think that's perfect.
I didn't mean to sound really harsh, but understanding how light affects form is extremely important, and how light explains form.
And there's the nice thing is that you can look up portrait lighting and find a ton of stuff on it.
Yep.
And
for shooting your own reference too, steal your lighting from from the John Singer Sargents of the world.
Gilbert Stewart. Look up Gilbert Stewart, my favorite.
Right.
I love the guys. Really good designer of paintings and portraits. Most people know Gilbert Stewart as the unfinished portrait of Washington.
Oh yeah.
And he just tortured poor George. It was making fun of him the whole time, and George never caught on. Didn't like the guy. So he painted him with this real, because of George's, dental issues. He painted him with these really small, his mouth was always really swollen.
Also, Chris Payne, he will watch movies and pause it and then draw what's on screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too.
Yeah, that's the real reason I sit down and watch all those old black and white shows in the morning.
Literally, do you draw them?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Okay. Bill, where do you teach? Through Visual Arts Passage? ?
Oh yeah, I actually teach at 3 different places. I just finished teaching a sequential art class, a mini course for Visual Arts Passage. It was the second time I taught it, and I'm working on another sort of iteration of it to teach different aspects of comics. Timmy and I were talking about that. I teach a painting class in Durham, North Carolina at Durham Arts Council. And then there's a small school in Morrisville, which isn't too far from me, where I have a group of high school students. It's a Saturday class. The school's called Champion Learning Academy. And I have about 10 or 11 high school students, 14 to 17-year-olds. And then I also mentor people through Studio Bridge. Draw with John and stuff.
Awesome.
John, yours, yeah. No, I was going to say, John, yours really looks like the older Spock. It looks great. And I like,
Somebody said, recommendation for future drawing night, or Flag Means Death, new HBO show about pirates. I totally agree, Fran, about this.
Yes.
I think that would be a really fun night too.
Yeah,
What's it called? I've heard of that. What is it? What is the name of it?
Our Flag Means Death. It's like Tiki Wakati is in it. It's like I've heard great things. I just haven't started it yet, but I'm really excited to. It's based on a true story too, roughly, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about the gentleman pirate and
His
He runs into
relationship with
Blackbeard, right?
Blackbeard. Yeah.
yeah,
We were talking about it last week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I thought we were, and then I was thinking that I was having a moment.
That's what we call it now, just having a
How do you
moment.
say his name, Cassandra?
Tiki Wakati?
I always thought it was Taika Waititi.
Oh, I am most likely
Waititi.
mispronouncing it.
Taika
It
Waititi.
is Taika Waititi.
Waititi.
Yeah, just assume I'm
I've had
totally
to,
butchering the name.
we've drawn him. I've had to look up the pronunciation.
It's actually Taika Cohen is the, but Waititi is the name he goes by. Have you seen, is it The Wilder People?
Oh yeah,
I love that movie.
yeah.
Yeah. The kid in that movie is so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Jojo Rabbit. But that's a tough movie to watch, but I still. So Cassandra, how far in the series are you?
I haven't started it yet. It's like top of my list. I just haven't. I really, really want it. I love everything he always does. So I know I'm going to be a big fan.
Yeah. He's great as he plays Blackbeard. And
So you've been watching it?
oh yeah, I watched the whole first season of it. Yeah, I enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah, and someone else is bringing up Reservoir Dogs, and Julian, he's been mentioning he really wants to do that one. I agree, that would be another great one to do. There's so much fun stuff.
Which one? Reservoir Dogs?
Reservation Dogs, sorry.
Yeah.
Say it again. Reservation Dogs?
Reservation Dogs.
Yeah, I thought you were saying Reservoir Dogs.
I did first because I automatically go there because I always think of that and then I know it's Reservation Dogs and I could just, yeah.
Either of those would be fun to draw.
This is true.
I like to draw Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
Got a good face.
I had to do a book about, this is going to sound like a non sequitur, but it's not. I had to do a book about the inventor of the Frisbee, whose name was Fred Morrison.
Of course you did.
And there's like only a handful of photos of him, but his family is still like around scattered. So it's the kind of thing where like there's almost no good photo reference of him to use. He has to age like 80 years in the course of the book. And someone out there will notice if it doesn't look like him. But luckily, young Fred Morrison looked just like Harvey Keitel.
Oh,
cool. Awesome.
So then I was like, I was like doing all these screenshots of 1970s Harvey Keitel movie appearances and interviews and things like that. Every time I needed Fred Morrison's face to do something I needed.
You got to watch a lot of movies for him because he pretty much he never was a leading man. He was always like a character actor.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Except in The Bad Lieutenant.
That's true.
Yeah. So you've been watching Saturn III and what is it called? Scorsese film.
Well, that's the trouble is I was watching like 5-second bursts of these things. Like
You're watching 5 seconds of Mean Streets and 5 seconds.
Yes, that was pretty much it. I'm looking for like Harvey Keitel on screen, then happening to accidentally make the face I needed that looked like he might be excitedly throwing a Frisbee to his girlfriend.
There's a movie.
We're kind of coming up on 5 minutes to 9.
Yeah, we should stop here. And I just want to get Spock's chin in here.
How about everybody, 5-minute warning, get your stuff on Instagram, do hashtag illustration isolation,
At Visual Arts Passage.
tag visual arts passage. And yeah, you've got till John gets the chin in.
And that could be a long time considering my day today.
Well, I've got internet again. I don't have to be on a hotspot, so whatever. I was pinched for time now.
Oh, Spock.
Oh, that's looking great, Cassandra.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh. Very nice.
I'm just trying to catch up to y'all. You guys were doing great.
Yeah, it looks great, John.
Thanks.
Adam, it looks so cool when she got all the red around it.
Thanks. Yeah, I was actually worried about it. I was afraid that I was going to get to a certain extent and then I was going to put that in and go, oops.
That really looks good. That looks like Spock, definitely.
Oh, nice drawing, Bill. I like that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like Spock, but it's nice.
There's my Spock. I don't know if it looks like any more like Spock. It's got pointy ears.
Oh, hey, Randy wants to plug the Visual Arts Passage blog.
Absolutely, Randy. Can you post the link to it?
And thank you, Randy.
Yeah.
It's very well done. So I'm just going to let everybody know next Monday night, Cassandra starts as the featured artist for the month on Studio Bridge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Watchers beware.
Right.
Adam, that looks fantastic.
I love it. Yeah. I love the ears there, Adam.
As I'm looking at them, like on screen, I like he's got bull horns now.
Oh, it's awesome.
No, it's perfect.
You could do him as like the white buffalo. Totally do it. I can just, yeah. Yeah, there's some good stuff on Instagram already. I'm looking at a few.
John, I'm just loving your chuckles that are coming.
So Cassandra, all morning when we were drawing the Star Trek stuff, I kept hearing, the fight music for Star Trek. Dun, 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 dun. That was like playing in a loop in my head.
I love it. It's pretty epic, like in your head music to get through.
It was so funny.
I'm seeing the comment that my Spock ears are more Romulan. I can't dispute that.
If you're going to draw Star Trek or anything that is got fandom like that, you're going to get critiqued.
Yeah, right.
I love it. Flemma, I love that you made that observation because I think that just it's like fantastic.
That's hilarious.
It really is.
All right.
As this is the official opinion of the Intergalactic Audubon Society.
Your Uhura looks great too. Right next to that.
Thanks. I think she has a touch of this thing that I can always spot in student work, and I never see it in mine till too late, but where like you can tell what angle you were sitting on when you drew it.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That happens to me all the time.
Me too.
It's
So I'm like, oh boy, I bet if I put the camera exactly where my face was when I was drawing that, she'll look like she's in proportion.
right.
Right now she's kind of like she just needs like a good orthodontist or something.
She's just skewed a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I do that all
It
the
looks
time.
cool. I think
Yeah.
it just looks like stylization, and it still
Yeah.
looks like her. So I don't know. I don't have complaints about it. All right, John.
All right. I think the chin's in.
Chin's in. I'm putting his little thing here in, and I'm done. That's Spock.
That's very cool.
See, John, you got your mojo back tonight. You were meant to go.
I had to do something really simple. If
that's what you call simple, I'll take it. All right, though. We gotta.
There we go.
I like the contrast in how sort of precise and clean John's drawing is, and how mine's like this hot mess of marks.
Hot mess.
I do wish I had left it without the features, but next time.
All right. Everybody ready?
Yep, sharing time.
Okay, no one can say they didn't have time to post.
Right.
Oh, that looks great, Cassandra.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Very nice, Cassandra.
Yeah, when you put that first highlight on his nose, it was like this little magic trick happened.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Guys, cats go.
Look at that.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, I'm going to position myself here. Here we go. Now I can move quickly.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Uh-huh. Oh, great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the
Oh,
left.
go back to
Hey,
that
that was
Not like her.
Go back to that one. Elisa, that looks
yeah.
great.
Oh, no, boy, hold on. Now I've lost it. I got to start over.
Very nice.
There were some new ones that came in.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. That's like Shakespearean Spock there.
Yeah. Oh, that looks great.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Really.
Wow, that's got her side eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you for joining us. Look at that. I love the
Yeah.
color in the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Ooh, very cool. Nice. I love that.
Thanks.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting. AJ says he can't see what we're looking at, but I see it.
I see it.
I think that's user error, AJ. We're looking at your
Your
stock
looks
right now.
awesome.
Here, well, I'll describe it to you, AJ. Oh, that's fun.
Ooh.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
That's very cool.
That's awesome. Very nice.
Fun idea.
That would be a great Halloween costume.
Ooh, well done.
Oh, that looks really cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice piece.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Boy, glare.
Good
The
job, Potato
Prophet.
Prophet.
Nice, Sienna.
Oh, Sienna, that's beautiful.
I like the shape of the head there.
That's fun.
Mhm.
I know that episode.
I love it.
You know, Dale didn't show up tonight. I was hoping for airbrush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's why he didn't show up.
That-
He's been practicing the airbrush all week.
right. Tyler, that's
Nice,
that's
Tyler.
the perfect side eye she's got. Wow.
Oh, cool drawing.
Very nice.
Yeah. Good
Oh.
job.
Yeah.
Oh, Devin, that's awesome.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Peter.
Really
Nice, Peter.
cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Oh,
That's so fun.
That is so awesome.
that kind of reminds me of Francis Bacon Kirk.
Right.
Good one. Whoops.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, cool. Man, everybody's rocking it out tonight. Good job, everybody.
Yeah. And they're like really nailing all the things that we were saying were going to be really hard.
Yes.
All the things we complained, everything I complained about, I'm looking at going, wow, that wasn't a problem there.
That looks great,
Thanks,
Bill.
Bill.
Oh, thank you.
I really liked that one. You did a good job.
Thanks. That is cool.
It is cool.
Nice, Bill.
Nice, Bill.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Ah.
Very fun.
Thanks,
Nice,
Leslie.
Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Nice.
Like it.
Nice.
Oh, you got the expression so
Yeah.
well.
That's scary.
He's
Yeah.
coming at us.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, that's good drawing,
Nice.
Julian.
Yeah. Really nice.
Yeah, very nice, Julian.
That's
Mhm.
fun.
That's fun.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wow.
nice
Hey,
one, Gary.
Gary.
That's perfect.
Man, like everything that I couldn't get about that
Very
photo,
good.
you got perfectly.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, damn, Gary.
Gary, come on. Amazing.
No Romulan ears on that one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Dang it. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's fun.
Oh, that's really cute.
Oh, I
Fine.
love it.
Alina.
Great
Very
job.
nice.
Spinal eyeball. Great name. Great piece.
Ooh, good
Oh,
one,
lovely.
Julian.
Very nice, Julian.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Good
Beautiful.
drawing.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the symbol there in the background.
Yeah, that was a really nice touch.
That's
I
very
think we can tell the Star Trek fans.
Good job, Julian.
Nice, Julian.
wow.
I love those hands.
Yeah. Just-
Ah.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
Ooh,
Oh, that's really cool.
That is really cool.
That's really interesting.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice,
Oh,
Marcy.
Good job, Marcy.
Oh, very
Oh,
well done, Marcy.
Wow.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love that orange line around it.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a TV guide from 1965,
Yes.
you know,
totally.
really nice. I like it.
oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's really nice too.
Good job.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Oh, that's
cool.
wow.
Huh. Really interesting.
Yeah.
Good drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Hmm.
Potato Prophet.
Yeah, the potato prophet. I want to. There's Randy.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
dang,
Wow.
Randy.
Yeah.
That's a great drawing.
Uh-huh.
Really good.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice, AJ.
AJ.
Wow.
that's so cool.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's
Oh,
beautiful.
good job, Jen.
There they are, all four.
There's
Huh?
your Star
Okay.
Trek collector's plate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Uh-huh. Nice.
I'm dying here. Sorry. I
Okay.
just swallowed an ice cube. I apologize. And I hit the wrong thing. Let me reload here. I think we're about here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, that's fun.
Wow.
Cool.
I loved that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Honestly, that was awesome.
yeah.
Interesting.
That's
That-
cool.
yeah.
Oh, dang, that is cool.
That's funny.
Oh, that was brilliantly done.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Very well
really
done.
Yeah.
good
Nice.
job, Karen.
Mhm.
A lot of different interpretations of these things.
I love it so much. It's so cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nice,
cool.
Nicole.
Yeah.
That looks like him
It's the
too.
box.
It does.
Yeah.
He's got that stare.
Wow, that's really beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, it really is.
Very nice. Good one. I like all four of them there.
Yeah.
Kind of circling around
Good job, Sally.
Shatner.
Yeah.
Way to go, Sally.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's
I like those purples in the hair.
That's really fun.
I
Yeah.
really like it.
I do too. Somebody's got a raised hand. Is there a question?
Oh, that's beautifully done.
Sandra, is there a question in the chat?
Let's see. I don't see anything new. Just Inglorious Bastards would be fun.
Oh, yeah, would be great.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Really
that's-
well done.
Yeah.
That's nice.
If someone raised your hand, if you just type in a question, we'll get it.
Very cool, Myra.
Oh, yeah, that's neat.
I like that a lot.
Did you mean Mira?
Oops. Sorry. My watch talking to me. Oh, well done.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's so nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
That's another really great McCoy stare.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wonderful
wow.
job.
Felicity.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
very good. Nice,
Oh,
Peter.
that's really nice.
Oh,
Oh,
that's very
love
cool.
that.
Oh, that's a nice one too.
Good job, Rebecca.
Wow. Nice. Nice,
Ooh.
Heather.
Yeah.
These are very nice.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that one.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
I love how she posed him.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Ooh.
Nice, Sienna.
interesting. I like it.
The way you said it, it made me think of little, yellow, different, new prince.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I keep getting people with raised hands. I don't know if that's just an accident or
I'm not, yeah, I don't,
I'm not seeing any raised hands, so.
okay. Well, if you have any questions, put them in the chat.
oh, I like that.
Oh, actually, I just saw where the. Okay, yeah. Never mind. That was me saying something about the raised hands.
Oh, really cool one.
Oh, that's cool.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, these are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone did so great
Oh
tonight.
wow. Oh, that's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, really good.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Fun drawing.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Ooh, that expression's just right.
Good one, Randy.
Yeah, really nice.
That's great, Randy.
I love that.
I
Yeah.
see those are delightful.
Mhm. Nice to
Good
know.
job.
Good job. Good way to paint.
Ooh, AJ. Very nice, AJ.
Oh, very cool.
Oh,
Nice shapes in that one.
yeah.
Oh,
That's interesting. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Great palette.
Oh, that's very cool.
oh yeah.
Like the tools
Yeah.
laying there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Fun. My dog's yawning.
Very nice.
Oh, good job.
Like, come on, Dad.
So are we going to try to draw pets next week?
Well, we'll see what people submit. Ooh, that's really nice.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Great shapes.
She did. I really like both of those that she did.
Yeah. Yeah, if people will submit photos of their pets and good photos of their pets. Ones I want to draw. Pay attention to the lighting.
Yeah, give us good lighting. Don't take it from above so that we're looking down at your dog, because that's not gonna be a fun perspective.
Mhm.
And if you're shooting, if you're shooting with an iPhone, which you probably are, or a smartphone, back away and zoom in. Takes a lot of the I mean, you get so much distortion. People get so close.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when we say pets, we mean like birds, fish, pigs, roosters, like whatever is your pet.
If you got a pug, we want to see some good short loop light on its nose, though.
That's right. Oops.
And Aaron, yeah, upload them to the Illustration Isolation Facebook page. I think we're saying,
On Facebook.
yeah, on Facebook.
That will work. And then again, if we don't get
Jeff,
any,
that was the best one you did tonight. I love it.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, of
If-
course
if
bunnies
we-
are okay.
If we don't get any, if people don't do it, you're going to be drawing Finn, my dog,
Or Sammy Joe, the best corgi ever.
or
My
Timmy's
dog.
dogs, or Bill's cat.
My dog is not as photogenic as you would think when you see him in person.
Oh, that's nice.
That was cool.
That's
Ooh.
nice
Oh,
too,
wow.
Peter.
There's that smolder.
Good, Nicole.
Oh, uh-huh.
Nice, Leslie. Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
Oh, wow.
fantastic.
Oh man, it's full of Spockisms.
Yes.
that's funny.
Oh,
Fascinating.
beautiful. Oh, so they did that one a few years ago. I was going to say, how in the world did you get that done in time?
Yeah.
Oh, Chuck, that's so cool.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're there. Everybody, this has been a great night.
Yeah.
Adam, Cassandra, Bill, thank you for joining. Timmy, don't injure yourself surfing. I know that's what he's out doing right now.
Mhm.
So next week it's pets. Hope you'll contribute and
Hello.
post some good photos of your pets, and looking forward to it. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
All
Thank
right.
you. Have a great week.
Bye everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.